Hey, Andre, I have a question.
What is it?
Ram, what the heck?
That is a great question.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening at Ram that has not been great for Stellantis. In fact, Stellantis has lost 2% market share, which is a huge number in America. And so in this video, we're going to kind of ask the question, what's going on with Ram? Hopefully provide you with some answers. And let's start with the latest news, which is that they just unveiled the new 2025 Ram HD trucks.
Yes, they showed us what they look like, so we'll be able to show you that right now. And there's a lot of controversy going on with styling because we don't have a lot of specifications about their new heavy-duty trucks, but at least we can see what they look like.
Yes, in the intro video we did, you called it not one, but two fists into the wind, of course, referring to the heavy-duty styling that Chevy went and GM went with a few years ago.
Yeah, but a lot of you have commented on that, and you guys said it's too busy. Ram, what are you guys doing with some of your styling on your heavy-duty trucks?
Yeah, I mean, if you love massive, and I mean massive grills, then you're going to love the new Ram heavy-duty.
I love massive grills.
These things are...
I cannot lie.
These things are triple XL, and you've got one up there. You've got... Which one is that?
This is the HD Rebel. So they showed a few different trucks. There was a heavy-duty Rebel, there's a sport truck, heavy-duty sport package, and also kind of a work truck, which was this kind of tradesman chassis cab.
Yeah, and one of the things you'll note is that they've kind of almost moved away from the, I dare call it traditional semi-truck styling that made Ram so popular, because even semi-trucks don't have grills that big, Andre.
Exactly, but here's my question, Roman, relating to the heavy-duty trucks. Where are they? Because, GM has redesigned heavily their trucks in 2020 and then again updated them in 2024. Ford has redesigned the Super Duty in 2023 and now they're updating their trucks in 2025. But Ram still has kind of the, older styling, older cabs, older configurations.
Well, I have another question. What are the specs?
We don't know.
Let me take a minute to tell you about this video's sponsor, Granger Motors, and their extended factory warranties for new vehicles. Today, more than ever, an extended factory warranty is a worthwhile consideration. The new cars and trucks coming out pack more amazing, yet unproven tech and complexity than ever. Knowing this, an extended factory warranty buys you peace of mind. If something goes wrong, you're covered for repairs and parts for years after the original warranty expires. A factory-backed warranty means repairs are done by factory-trained technicians who know your vehicle inside and out and are trained to repair known problems. A factory-backed warranty ensures that your car or truck gets replaced with true factory parts and in some cases upgraded factory parts to fix those known issues. So next time you buy a new Ford or Ram, Jeep, Dodge or Chrysler vehicle, go to Granger Motors for an extended factory warranty. Granger is the #1 seller of Ford Protect warranties and one of the top sellers of Mopar vehicle protection warranties in the country. This volume lets their customers save an average of $1,300. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yes, that's a problem.
Yeah, especially if they're supposed to be coming out as a 2025.
Yeah, and we know it's going to be Cummins powered. There's a lot of Cummins badges on these trucks, but we don't know how they're upgrading their engines. Are they going to be more powerful, more efficient? What the transmissions are? What are the capabilities of these trucks?
And it may seem like we're not at 2025, but usually when automakers roll out 2025s, they do it in the fall of the previous year, so that the dealers can sell 2025s before 2025 hits.
And this is fall.
Yeah.
We are there.
We are there. And these seem to have been delayed. There's still no firm date on when we're going to be seeing with the dealership, and I'm sure the dealers are waiting with bated breath to try to sell the new ones because the old ones are just getting long in the tooth.
Yeah, and also the price, there's a problem with price. So should we move to another news this week?
Yeah, let's go to the next bit of what the heck, Ram, and what is that, Andre?
Well, I was looking on some websites. I was doing some research, generally speaking, and I noticed, this is not a sponsored post, by the way. We received no money from any dealerships or manufacturers for this. But I went to Johnson Auto Plaza, and I saw a Ram 1500 2025 model. This is the Hurricane engine, the new engine, twin turbo straight six, with $16,551 off the sticker price, on sale at $43,118.
Are you tempted?
This price, $43,000 for a crew cab 4x4 pickup truck with 420 horsepower, yes, that's tempting.
Yeah, and it's weird because the pendulum seems to have swung the opposite way, right? For most of the entire year, Ford and GM have been discounting. We're kind of back to the good old days, I guess, if you think the good old days were good old days. And that meant a lot of cash on the hood. That meant price wars. That meant you would go, to the Ford dealer and then run across the street to the GM dealer and see which one would give you the best price on the truck you were looking for. And for the longest time, Stellantis just stayed out of the fray, right? So that's how you lose market share.
And we saw that loss, right? But now there's huge discounts to be had. So maybe if you're a consumer, that's good news for you because there's huge discounts. 43 grand for a brand new full-size truck, four-wheel drive truck with 4 doors. That's a really great deal. Of course, deals change by region and configuration. So don't take this, as
this is here in Colorado.
This is here in our Denver area.
And the other thing I would say, Andre, is usually when you've got that much money on the hood,
yes,
it's because there's a lot of trucks sitting on the lot.
And that is the question. Why are we seeing this? And that's the answer.
Well, I could take a guess, and that is that a lot of Ram traditional buyers are having a hard time going from the iconic Hemi V8
yes,
to the new, twin turbo Hurricane. I'm not sure that they're, Ford did it in a way, a much smarter way, right? So when they went to their EcoBoost V6, they also at the same time sold the Coyote. So they didn't get rid of the
Coyote's still around.
Yeah, they didn't get rid of the 5-liter V8.
Yeah.
They kept it. But for some reason, Ram decided, probably for fuel economy reasons, and
probably for factory efficiency reasons.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and EPA reasons, right, and California reasons, to do away with the Hemi, which let's face it, was pretty thirsty. But I think the problem is all those reasons don't make the buyer any happier.
Yeah, because the V8 was known for that sound, right? Whenever you see kind of a Ram 1500 Hemi go by you could see those 2 twin exhausts in the back, and you could hear that engine. But the Hurricane is a great engine.
It's more powerful.
It's more powerful, and in some instances more efficient. But it's quiet as a
church mouse
whisper. Well, maybe not that quiet, but still, it's very quiet.
Yeah. So I think there's a combination of factors that are leading to these dramatic price cuts. But let me ask you again: are you tempted? I know you're looking for a full size truck because you're a big man with a big and tall family. I don't mean fat; I mean tall. And your family just does not fit into that current mid-size truck that you have. Is this something you might be tempted by?
I am very tempted, Roman. I never owned like black on black vehicles, so this particular one may not be mine.
It's a lot of chrome too.
And I'm not a fan of chrome. So this particular one may not be mine, but I am very tempted at this price, low $40,000.
Well, let's take a ride over to Johnson's and
let's haggle.
And let's see what kind of deal they would give you on a trade-in. They also sell Chevys, so they certainly would love to have that Colorado back.
Yeah, but I think also another reason why these trucks may be sitting on lots longer and dealerships are kind of forced to discount them is
end of the year.
Well, end of the year, and also high sticker prices to begin with.
Yeah, what's
$59,000 was the original price for a kind of a bighorn, more of a base-looking truck. So initial prices were very high and kind of preventing people from buying it.
All right, let's keep going. What the heck, Ram?
What the heck, Ram? Where is a mid-sized truck?
Ooh, man, they missed the boat on that, didn't they? I mean, yes, we have the Gladiator, which is part of the Stellantis family.
Yes.
But, oh my God, I mean, the mid-sized truck segment, Andre, is right now red hot. And we saw
also compact.
And
compact and mid-size, yeah.
Small trucks are having their moment. We saw this coming. This is not something that's new to you guys who've been following TFL. We knew with the new Tacoma, with the new Ranger, with the relatively new Colorado and Canyon twins, with the refreshed Nissan. It's just really where a lot of the market's at. And yet, for some mysterious reason, Ram sat it out. I don't understand.
Yeah. And Ram is known as the truck brand. It's in their name, right? Ram Trucks. They sell commercial vehicles, commercial vans, pickup trucks, but they're missing somehow this segment, which is, Tacoma, of course, is the king of the midsize segment, right? And of course, Ranger and Colorado are there and others. And there's also Ford Maverick, right, with a compact truck. And they have a Ram Rampage. This is the image that we're showing and some of the footage that we're showing you right now. Ram Rampage is available in other markets. It's kind of a unibody-ish, smaller, compact to mid-size pickup that I think could be very successful here in America as well.
Yeah, and the other thing I think I would add to this, Andre, is that last time I drove a Gladiator, it was almost $70,000. And so you can't be playing in the mid-size truck market with,
those high prices.
With those, and I think you could get much higher than that. I think you can actually get a Gladiator over 70,000. So really, Stellantis as a company, with the different brands they have no entry here in the U.S. in that red-hot mid-size truck market. I mean, let's face it, dude. Tacoma sells 250,000 units a year. 250,000 units a year.
And Ford is on track to sell 150,000 Mavericks this year.
Yeah.
150,000.
It's red-hot.
And that's how you get people into the dealership, right? You have that maybe, a Maverick sitting there at $30,000, and maybe somebody buys a bigger truck if they don't like the Maverick. But still, it gets the people into the door.
All right, let me ask you a question.
What?
Ram, what the heck? What else do we got
Are
here?
you talking about Power Wagon? I thought Power Wagon don't care.
Yeah, what about the Power Wagon? How come the Power Wagon has been left to kind of die on the vine? Ford came out with their Tremor, which was a direct competitor, especially in the heavy-duty space, to the Power Wagon, and yet the Power Wagon has been relatively the same. I'm going to say
4 years.
I'm going to say at least a decade. I mean, they did update it a little bit, but Ford directly did a lift. They did a winch, right, which was one of the only things not only thing, but it was unique to the Power Wagon in that heavy-duty space. And they did something that Ram said could not be done, which is put a diesel engine into
An off-road truck with a winch.
with a winch, yeah.
Yes.
And yet, there's a Power Wagon just soldiering on, and that is just such a strong Power Wagon don't care, right?
Well,
brand.
Yeah, that's what Nathan, always told us. And Power Wagon is a legendary name. World War II trucks, trucks from the past, very strong name, very strong brand, but it has a couple of Achilles heels. It was designed for off-roading, so it has low payload, it has low towing numbers, and now, 8 years ago it was great, but now, like you said, Ford is in, GM is in with their Silverado heavy-duty ZR2, AT4X Sierras heavy-duties. Those trucks are on 35-inch tall tires. They have a lot of payload, sometimes 2,500 pounds, maybe 3,000 pounds of payload. And those can tow about 18,000 pounds. And here's Power Wagon with that low capability.
Come on, Ram. You know the value of that name. Dust it off, bring it back, and bring it back strong. I think people would just jump over it. All right, Andre, I'm not going to say it, but you know what my question is.
I think we need to talk about electricity.
Yeah, what about the Rev? Right, the Ram. This has also been a classic case of overpromise and underdeliver. Right, when me and you went to look at the original incarnation of the all-electric Ram 1500,
It was a concept.
It was this really badass concept, and this was still under FCA, I believe. Right, where they had a mid-gate, they had seating for 6, they had a pass-through from the front to
No, this was Stellantis.
Was it Stellantis already? Look.
CEO Tavares was out there on the stage, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Telling us about everything about it.
He's a very diminutive man. Sometimes he's not one of these persons who hits you in the face with his personality. Anyway, so yeah, they came out with this, and then I guess this was just a tease because none of that, all that stuff I talked about, none of that made it into the production version that they released, which is basically a Ram 1500 with a battery instead and electric motors instead of a Hemi, or in this case, a Hurricane.
Exactly. And still, to this day, this is fall of 2024. We haven't heard much chatter about a production model, right? Initially, they said by the end of this year, we should have a production model, but we've seen very few prototypes, if any. We've seen very few information, just chatter about it, and it doesn't look like it's going to be. See this Q4 of 2024.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear the viewers out there screaming at me. That's because we don't want an electric truck.
But still,
and maybe they're right.
Yeah, that may be right for some. But the F-150 Lightning is out there. The Cybertruck is out there. The Chevy Silverado EV is out there.
And then there's Ram not playing in the sandbox.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want market share, you kind of got to give people choice. And as much as the death of the electric car has been hailed as the future and electric truck. I disagree. I think it will find its footing, and I think when prices come down, people will discover that electric trucks for certain uses, I'm not talking about long distance towing,
Right.
Around town actually save you money, believe it or not, as long as they're not crazy expensive, which they are right now. All right, and one more question. You know what it is.
What the heck?
Yeah.
How about if you wanted an electric truck that towed long distance?
Yep.
You got to get a Ramcharger,
Yep.
right? Because it's a range extended vehicle. It's got electric motors. It also has a V6 engine underneath the hood that's a generator providing electricity to the truck. And Ram said, this was over a year ago, 690 miles of range without a trailer and maybe half that with a trailer, which is what, 300 miles? But that would be an amazing electric truck.
Yeah, and I think they're using the Pentastar, right, as a
Yes.
generator to generate electricity to, fill up the battery. And as you know, Andre, recently you went down and actually drove a plug-in hybrid truck, which is the BYD Shark.
Which is a Chinese truck, yes.
And it was interesting. It certainly has its place in the truck world.
Yeah, and Ram said, early 2025, this truck will be on sale. I'm reading that as, first 4 or 5 months of the year. And we still haven't had any chatter or like pricing, no information about that.
Yeah, there's a diehard group of people out there that the second you say electric, and I'm talking to you, they just tune out. But don't knock it till you've tried it. That's all I'm saying. And this is the best of both worlds, because here you get the efficiency of electric without the constraint of
Charging.
charging.
Yeah.
But I've heard through the grapevine that they're having a hard time making, not just Ram, but also some of the other manufacturers are having a hard time making these relatively small engines produce enough electricity when you're super heavy and
Loaded.
towing uphill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that may be something that's keeping it back. But Andre, I don't want to end this on a negative note.
Yeah, what's up?
So let me say this one. I was saying Ram, what the heck? Now it's Ram, what the heck? So
With an exclamation?
Yeah. So I think the bright news and the bright new product on the horizon is the RHO.
Yes.
I think
And
we're
it's
looking
so
at
close.
Yeah, we're very close. I think we're going to get to drive it very soon. And initially, I was kind of salty and grumpy about it, but I've changed my tune, Andre. The idea of having a TRX-like truck for non-TRX prices that gives you both the utility of a full-size pickup with the go anywhere ability of a TRX Baja Runner, and hopefully at a price point that isn't over 100,000 is a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, it starts under 70.
Yeah.
With some options, it could be almost 80, but it's lighter than the TRX. It has 540 horsepower. It's the RHO. It still has that adjustable suspension, big tires, wide hips and shoulders, and I can't wait to drive it.
Yeah, I'm dearly tempted to actually buy one of these, except we're already buying too many things.
So this is more horsepower than the F-150 Raptor.
Yeah.
This is less money than an F-150 Raptor. So Ram may have something right here.
Yeah, I think that sounds to me like they've got a hit on their hands, and I'm just hoping that the truck is everything it promises to be, and I think it should be, because they know how to build a TRX, so they should certainly know how to build the next version of it and make it more affordable at the same time. Let's face it, Andre, do you really need, you want over 700 horsepower, but do you need over 700 horsepower?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, guys, check out where, Andre?
alltfl.com.
For all your news, views, and real-world reviews. And as always, thanks for watching, and we shall see you next time. Ram, what the heck?
What the heck?
Ciao.